G'day folks, I'm Rick Hollis. Back there, I've got some cool amps all set up and I've got a whole bunch of cabinets back here and I can switch between them all just like this. This is my small box. Blues Junior. ADA. And then I've got different cabs. Oh, let's see. So that's the 2x12. Marshall 4x12. Friedman 2x12. And the Camler 1x12.
How you doing that? How you doing that?
Okay guys, so right now I've got all my amps plugged into a KHE ACS 8x4. What that is an amp and cab switcher. It allows me to hook up to 8 amplifiers and 4 different cabs and flick between them all on the fly. I've got a MIDI foot controller down here. You can press buttons on the front of the unit, but that's a fair way back there for me to get to press buttons. So I've got a MIDI foot controller that I'm using down here. And the beauty of that is I can flick between all those different amps without stopping and hear the little subtle nuances that are different between them, which if ever you've tried to do any A-Bing of gear, by the time you've unplugged something and plugged it all back in, you've lost it. You've lost whether this one had more pick attack than this one, etc. Whether this one sounded a little bit more scratchy. So I've just got a mic in the room back there. It's a ribbon mic, and that doesn't sound so good because I'm trying to capture all the cabs at the same time. It's not being close mic'd, but it'll give you an idea of how I can switch between all the different cabs. Another thing that this amp switcher has is an insert for an attenuator. So I've actually got the amps cranked quite a bit, but then I'm using 2 Notes Captor X as an attenuator, which also is a speaker simulator, my choice of speaker simulators out there. So I've also got a line coming out of that with some speaker simulation. The Fender amp being a combo isn't going through that, so you're not going to get that going through the attenuator, but the rest of them will be. So I'm going to flick between different amps and cabs and let's see if we can hear a difference. And now the different cabinets in the room. So got that 2x12 Vox, Marshall 4x12, Friedman 2x12, and the Camler cabinet 1x12. The beautiful thing is I can reamp all my guitars and be able to switch between it in the context of a track just to see what works for me for a particular track. So let me tell you a bit more about this switcher. As I mentioned, I've got the 8x4, which enables me to have 8 amps and 4 cabinets. All the amps that aren't being used have been given the appropriate load so that they're not going to blow up, because if you know tube amps, you know that if you turn them on and you don't have the appropriate load connected, it'll blow shit up, and you don't want that. It's very expensive to replace transformers, etc. You can switch and play any combination of amps and cabs instantly. You've got an attenuator insert loop, dual cab mode, so you can have 2 cabs running at once. It's all MIDI controlled and you can connect multiple units. So if you outgrow the unit that you bought, you might have just bought the 4x4, buy another 4x4, and it'll work. It's compatible with heads, combos, solid state, valve, they're all safe. And it will handle amps up to 150 watts. No clicks, no pops, it just works. I was really worried about connecting it at first, going, you won't blow your amps up. It even has load detection to make sure that you have the appropriate load, cabs, etc. It won't work until you connect all those. So safety foremost for your amps. This comes with a power supply included, and it's enclosed in a 19-inch rack unit. Perfect, I've got it underneath my ADA back there. They're built in Switzerland and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Another beautiful thing is you can compare overdrives, etc. in front of all your amps. So just connect an overdrive unit in front of the switching system. Did I mention there's a tuner output on as well? So you can connect your tuner. Who doesn't need to be in tune while you're recording in the studio? It also has a very easy to understand manual. I find that some pieces of gear, you look at it and you just go, what is this? How do I do it? This has to be one of the best investments I've ever made in my tone searching escapades. Is that the word? I know I'm just babbling. The KHE ACS 8x4. It's back there. Love it. I'm going to keep playing with it.